Every day we rely on the latest electronic devices. But when we plug them in, it's with the same old power strip. Meet YOUMO, a modular smart power system. Easily snap together different power modules to build a customized power system suited to your specific charging needs.
Hi, I'm Tobias, head designer of YOUMO.
And I'm Cornelius, one of the engineers. Our small team is made up of friends who have several years of experience developing and manufacturing everyday products that offer innovative design solutions. So we came up with a stylish modular multi-power solution that offers greater functionality. Since 2014, we've been developing and testing several prototypes of YOUMO at our design studio in Munich, Germany.
Start with a base cord and snap on a multi-power module. Then customize your YOUMO by adding on more modules. Skip the cables and simply charge wirelessly. Snap on extra USB ports to charge all your portable devices. Snap on the wireless speaker module and listen to music. YOUMO is also interchangeable with international plugs. Switch out the base cord plug when traveling or simply snap in your own YOUMO to a module in another country. Make your life smarter. Communicate with YOUMO with our app to better control and monitor your devices.
Now we are ready to take YOUMO to the next step, but we need your help to do that. Your support will go towards covering the costs of certification, materials and tooling.
After the Kickstarter campaign, YOUMO will continue to grow with the launch of an online shop later this year featuring more power modules currently in development. In return for your support, you can build your own YOUMO from a collection of power modules offered here exclusively on Kickstarter.
With your help, we can make charging your devices more fun and interactive while still keeping them within easy reach.
Join us today and start building your very own YOUMO so we can bring a new kind of power into the future.
Throughout history, people have been pretty good at solving problems. We fix things, change things, and if we can't, we invent something. But there are some problems that we've all faced for so long that we've forgotten that they're even problems. We've given up on finding a solution and accept them as normal. My name is Dr. Michael Larson, and these are the kinds of problems I solve. Sleep is and has been a huge problem for a lot of people. Why is it, in an age when we can send a picture instantly to anyone in the world, we can't come up with a solution to help people who are not getting a good enough night's sleep? That question hit home for me in 2012, when my own daughter was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. To call the drug that was prescribed to her harsh would be a gross understatement. It was GHB, and that name might not mean much to you, but it's the date rape drug. And I remember thinking to myself, is this the best we can do? Give a 17-year-old girl the date rape drug in order to sleep better? Why don't any sleeping solutions work? Why do we accept harsh drugs as a solution? Why is it that gimmicky products that claim to track our motion when we sleep get bought by the millions? I think people started accepting these solutions because they gave up on finding a real solution. My job is to invent things that solve problems. A lot of times, instead of specific things, inventions address broad issues. I knew if this problem was going to be solved, I couldn't just solve her problem. I couldn't just solve sleep disorders. I had to solve sleep. And that's what I did. I had to start by defining sleep. Sleep is a mystery, but one thing we do know is that our brain activity rate has to be really slow for our bodies to be asleep. The challenge then was to find a way to intentionally slow your brain rate, and what I found were binaural beats, and frankly, they're amazing. On the surface, binaural beats seem to just be two tones, one played into each ear, but they're actually so much more. Each tone is set to a very specific but different frequency. When these signals cross in your brain adapts to them. So depending on how you set these frequencies, you can raise or lower your brain rate. The studies behind binaural beats speak for themselves. However, binaural beats, although effective, can only slightly change your brain rate. When you first go to bed, your brain rate is about 50 Hertz. And to fall asleep, it's got to get all the way down to 10 Hertz. We discovered that your brain won't adapt if the beats try to get your rate from 50 all the way down to 10 in one shot. It's just too big a leap. But what they can do is take you to 45, and then to 40, and then to 35, and so on. So the question became, how do we know when to change the beats at the right time? The answer is, with this. With just this little guy, we can monitor your brain rate. When we put this in charge of the binaural beats, it knows exactly what tone to play. When your brain rate lowers, the chip records that and lowers the tones accordingly. And when we combine all these elements, we came up with this. We call it the Sleep Shepherd. At night, when you're getting ready for bed, all you do is put it on and hit Start Sleep on the app. It instantly begins monitoring your brain rate and begins to play the right binaural beats. As the Sleep Shepherd senses your brain rate lowering, it changes the tones. It's smart too, because it knows when you fall asleep. And when you do, it turns off the tones, but it continues to monitor your brain. If the Sleep Shepherd senses your brain is waking up, the tones will turn back on and guide you back to a deeper sleep. Because the Sleep Shepherd keeps you in deeper sleep for longer, you can get the same amount of sleep you usually do, but now those hours are going to count more. Because of its organic shape, because it's lightweight, because the fabric breathes so well, the Sleep Shepherd is incredibly easy to sleep in. On your back, on your side, it doesn't matter. You're going to forget you have it on. The Sleep Shepherd is not some 3D render that might get made once we get funded. Both the fully functioning Sleep Shepherd and app for iPhone and Android are ready right now. There are a lot of features with the Sleep Shepherd we're really excited about. It tracks every aspect of your sleep, how long you're asleep, what kind of sleep you're in, even your head orientation during the night. And it holds on to this data so you can see how it improves your sleep over time. In the morning, the Sleep Shepherd uses the same concept it used to put you to sleep, but in reverse to wake you up. Over time, it gently wakes your brain up. Everyone's had that morning where you wake up and feel refreshed. But it's more than that. You wake up, you're ready. You're alert, you're excited. You wake up and you feel incredible. That's what it's like when you wake up with the Sleep Shepherd. My daughter's been using the Sleep Shepherd every night. And as of December 2013, she's off the GHB completely. She's sleeping better, and her life has changed for the better. For the first time, we have a real solution for sleep, and we think that's something to get excited about.
What if it was simple to use a regular pen and paper notebook while saving everything in the cloud, perfectly organized the way you want? And what if after you saved your notes in the cloud and filled your paper notebook, you could just erase it with the push of a button and use it again? That's not magic. That's the Rocketbook Wave Notebook. With the Wave Notebook and the Rocketbook app, you instantly blast your notes into the cloud using your mobile device. In a fraction of a second, Rocketbook Machine Vision scans, enhances, and sends each page to the specific destination they belong on the cloud services you already use. Each Wave Notebook page has 7 symbols. Set up the Rocketbook app to assign each symbol to a location within Dropbox, Google Docs, Evernote, OneNote, or simply to your email inbox. Let's see how Jake has his set up. He marks the diamond symbol and the Rocketbook app sends the notes to his customer meetings notes in Evernote. When he's brainstorming, he marks the star symbol, which he decided are for the notes that belong in his ideas folder in Google Docs. Now that your notes are in the cloud, when your notebook is filled, there's no need to go buy another book or let used notebooks clutter your life. Here's how you can reuse your Wave Notebook multiple times with the mere push of a button. Take your notes using Friction Pilot pens, available in many office supply stores and Amazon.com. Friction Pilot ink turns clear under heat, and the Wave Notebook is specially designed to be microwave safe. That means you can clear your entire Wave Notebook in your microwave in the same amount of time it takes to make a cup of tea. When our specially designed thermal logo on the cover turns from blue to white, your Wave Notebook has been cleared and is ready to be reused. And with your notes in the cloud, an empty notebook has endless possibilities. The utility of the cloud and the joy of pen and paper. That's Rocketbook.
Hi, my name is Guntis, and I am a robotic engineer, and so are these guys. We have created a robot that's capable to entertain, excite, and educate. We have called it SumoBoy, and it does exactly what its name suggests. It fights. Have you ever heard about sumo tournaments? These are competitions held in Europe, USA, Japan, Mexico, where sumo robots fights like a real sumo wrestlers. By the way, we have won all the major sumo robot competitions, just in case. Professional sumo robots can be quite expensive and bulky, so we came up with an idea to create a smaller version. That's why the SumoBoy was created, a starter kit for robotics nerds. Robot uses these sensors to navigate through the environment, or to locate and attack the opponent. But the real fun begins when you replace this dummy with a real robot. What makes one robot superior to other is its owner programming skills limited only by human imagination. This also makes it very useful in overall educational process. At the core of SumoBoy lies Arduino microcontroller. This way, every beginner can learn basics of C and C++ programming languages, which are widely used in everyday life, ranging from video games to consumer electronics. To make learning process more creative, we designed this kit consisting of the actual robot and the learning platform. It includes a breadboard, sensors, and a number of small parts to simulate and test different commands. No soldering needed, just take the Arduino directly from the robot, plug it into the board, and code it in any way you want. We have created the SumoBoy entirely by ourselves. Its body is made from durable anodized aluminum. Tempered spring steel blade stands against opponent. Here is a stainless steel base for stability. Both DC gear motors are customized specially for this robot, as well as the CNC machined aluminum wheel hubs and silicone wheels that provide the perfect grip with the surface. We have spent more than 5 years shaping the perfect sumo robot. If you want to learn coding and electronics, with this SumoBoy kit, it will be easy and exciting. Now we want to share our knowledge and experience with robotic enthusiasts all over the world, and that's where your help is needed. Please support this campaign by backing our product or simply share this video.
Sound is arguably the most important of the senses. It conveys emotion, tells stories, and helps us navigate our world. While we can only see what is directly in front of us, we can hear everything, from all around, all of the time. When was the last time your headphones made you feel like you were actually there? Not just identifying the sound, but feeling transported. That's the sound we want you to hear. I'd like to introduce you to the OSSIC X. OSSIC X headphones combine advanced 3D audio algorithms with head tracking and individual anatomy calibration to create incredibly realistic 3D sound. Headphones haven't changed a lot in the past 65 years. The mission at OSSIC is to take the final leap from reproduced audio to something that's indistinguishable from reality. Our founding team has a passion for audio. We have a combined 50 years of experience designing some of the top-selling gaming headphones and speakers on the market. Our mission is to change the way people hear sound.
Oh my god, it's so different.
It is like a movie theater experience, but it's like at home.
Basically. The sound was everywhere. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh. What did you think?
Yeah, I don't know if my face showed it, but that was amazing. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that before.
In real life, sound comes from everywhere, and the way you hear the world is unique only to you. It's based on your position in space, the size of your head, even the shape of your ears. But with traditional and even surround sound headphones, these elements are not taken into account. In effect, you are removed from the sound equation. This makes for an incredibly small audio experience where sounds can only come from a few places instead of anywhere. The OSSIC X is the world's first headphone that instantly calibrates to the listener, creating the ultimate 3D listening experience. You can be on a train and have the same experience you had hearing the concert from the best seats in the house. We can now transport you to the highest end theater that has a full array of speakers, so you feel like you were at the movies when you put them on.
Hi, my name is Ty Maud Taylor. I'm the CEO of THX. For the first time in my life, I was able to actually experience sound outside of being in the center of my head and in a natural sound field that expanded about several feet in front and behind and above me. It was really revolutionary.
In virtual reality, it's all about immersion. It's about transporting you to another world. OSSIC X will allow you to accurately hear the sounds anywhere in the full sphere, and it's going to be crucial in virtual reality to help direct your attention and create an incredibly immersive experience that ties in with the visuals to create the ultimate presence.
How is this so real?
Yeah, I can see what the fuss is about now.
All the audio effects ended up meshing perfectly with what I was seeing.
And OSSIC is really bringing a whole new element here, because if you have a 360 immersive sound, it's a more powerful feeling of being there. It's intelligent sound.
OSSIC X is going to change the way we game. We bring a whole new level of accuracy to hearing sounds anywhere in space, not just around us, but we also have the ability to unlock the sounds above us and below us. You get the feeling that you've been teleported into the game.
From a visual standpoint, when you're playing the game, it gets really intense. And so having like accurate audio cues to go with it can be just as important. Being able to know where someone is behind a wall, or how close someone is if they're about to turn a corner, that you can't put a price on that. That can, cost you a game. So after listening to the OSSIC headphones, it seems like they've given me an accurate representation with 3D audio that I've never had before.
Communication is important in gaming. The OSSIC X headphones use a 3D microphone array with beamforming to give you the same noise rejection you would get with a boom, but unlike a boom, ensure that your voice level is always consistent.
The key to creating an accurate and realistic sound experience is knowing the listener's individual auditory anatomy and how it influences the way we hear sound. This is called an HRTF, or head-related transfer function. In order to create this instant calibration, we've incorporated sensors into the headphone, and we take the information from the sensors and feed it into software, and we have an adaptive algorithm that customizes the playback for the individual wearing the headphone. Additionally, we have multiple drivers within the headphone that can beam the sound around the ear, and so we can have the sound naturally interact with the ear the way it normally would. By taking the intelligence of the adaptive algorithm and the physical hardware that's interacting with you, we're able to create a personal experience that's unique to you.
The headphones feature a uniform headband design and high-quality, lightweight aluminum construction.
It's unbreakable.
They have been designed for durability, acoustic quality, and comfort for prolonged periods of use. They conform perfectly to the user's anatomy, featuring soft over-the-ear pads and a revolutionary micro-adjust ear cup. It's taken our team numerous prototypes and years of research to package components necessary for accurate 3D audio into a high-fidelity and durable headphone. With the design ready, we've secured manufacturing partners who are experienced in production of high-quality audio products. Now we are excited to get 3D audio into your hands.
We know that there's a huge gap between what's currently available for 3D sound and what's possible. That's why we started OSSIC. We want to bring this technology to life. We want to put it in the hands of content creators, gamers, VR enthusiasts, audiophiles. Together, we can shape the future of audio.